Hi, I'm Michael Allison. I'm the Commercial Director at Roma Finance, and welcome to another edition of RomaTalks, where we meet people from across the property industry. I'm delighted this week to be joined by Sam Cooke, who is the owner and editor of Blue Bricks magazine. Hello, Sam.
Hello, Michael. Thank you for having me.
Oh, our pleasure is all ours. So before we start, and for those people who won't know, tell us about Blue Bricks.
Blue Bricks, yeah. So Blue Bricks is a property investment magazine. What I love is that it says Blue Bricks magazine, so it kind of tells people on tin when we say it. But we're a magazine for more experienced property investors and developers. We interview some incredible people in the industry, people that have, started from nothing, built multi-million-pound property portfolios, people with super inspirational stories. We tell their success stories, but more importantly, really, share their advice for success in the industry, whether that's on important topics like raising finance, finding deals, growing your network, all kinds of things that help investors in today's market.
Wow, and how many readers do you have, I guess?
So 14,000 readers across the UK,
Wow.
because we sponsor a lot of the property events too. So we sponsor the Property Deal Network, we sponsored the HMO Awards with you. We also had our own awards, which we'll talk about shortly. We sponsor some of the Savoys events, so yeah, quite out and about.
So it's really synonymous, isn't it, with those people who are out there creating wealth for themselves and their family through property?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as we get some people that are new to the industry that read it and love it because it's inspirational. The advice is really practical, which is something I'm passionate about. And then a lot of experienced people reading it who just get a lot from it, and that's what's important to me, really.
I suppose at 14,000 people, it's the opportunity to grow a network from there as well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It is. It's nice and strange to have people going, oh yeah, I know you and I know Blue Bricks, from different parts of the UK, whether it's Cornwall or somewhere up in Scotland.
Well, that's certainly a fair reach, and you have readers at both ends, I guess.
Yeah. It's complete national. So I think the furthest up is about Glasgow, and the furthest down is probably like Truro way, I think.
Right. Okay.
Off the top of my head.
So obviously you purchased the magazine. You're the editor there. Have you always been in property media?
No, I haven't. So I started working for Blue Bricks magazine back in 2021 as a marketing manager.
Okay.
Before then, I'd worked full time. I've been working since I was 16 in like building societies and big kind of corporate companies. And I went travelling when I was 19 and kind of came back and said, right, I want to get into property. And then through a stint of being an estate agent and sourcing properties, I was recruited by Blue Bricks. And that's how the kind of journey started. And before that too, because I know we'll probably touch on this later, was a stand-up comedian, and that's kind of links in a little bit.
I've got to be honest, we can't leave that. So you were a stand-up comedian?
Yes.
Alongside being working in an estate agent or...
Yeah, so it was before the estate agency, it was before COVID, it was 2019, height of the stand-up career.
Go on then, tell us about your stand-up career.
First of all, it's under a different name, so you won't find it. I am debating ever letting the world see it. But I used to travel up and down the country doing stand-up comedy. It was actually what I wanted to be a full-time stand-up comedian. That was the original passion. I started comedy because there's a company called Ultra, and they do like white collar boxing and MMA, and they do one for comedy. So basically you spend, I think it's like 8 weeks learning comedy, and then you perform in front of 250 people. I absolutely loved it. It was an amazing experience, and then I carried it on throughout the UK. The problem is you start on a high with 250 people in a big like sort of room, and then you end up with 4 people in a pub in Stoke, and you kind of you don't get that high again.
So did you? They call it the circuit, don't they? I guess.
Yeah.
Did you? Anybody you were on the circuit with or on the bill of? Was there anybody who's gone on to make a successful career?
I think there's one guy that ended up on. I can't remember what the big comedy show is on TV now on BBC.
Oh, the Apollo.
Yes, I think there was a guy that was on the Apollo. I can't quite remember his name that I did some circuit stuff with, but a lot of them I don't really keep up with now. I sort of left all the comedy groups and unfriended all the comedy people. Not for any particular reason. It was just when I left comedy, it was like leaving that life behind kind of thing.
And what type of comedy was you? Was it observational? Was it
quite observational, quite dark, surprisingly, and also a lot of self-deprecation.
All right, that does surprise me because obviously you're such a positive impact. I mean, whenever I go to property meets and you're there, you're genuinely one of the people I really look forward to seeing.
No, thank you. Likewise, and when it was dark, it was never about other people. It was more playing on my own experiences to then bring light into that.
Right. Good. So obviously it's a natural progression then to
Yeah.
buy a property magazine from
Yeah,
that.
100%. Yeah.
So you purchased, but what's your goal for Blue Bricks? What was your goal when you did the purchase through?
Yeah, so the purchase, like, I'd love to tell you it was a strategic thing, but it just happened. Like, I'd been working for Blue Bricks, I'd been working for Nathan, who was the previous owner. I love Blue Bricks, and the company I was working for, so Blue Bricks was owned by a private equity firm that bought and sold businesses. I fell in love with that, and that became my passion, what I wanted to do. So when they said, "Do you want to buy Blue Bricks?" and I was passionate about property, that became the perfect kind of opportunity. So it just happened, and then there was no real motive behind it. And then as I've got into it and fallen in love with the brand and grown it, my passion is to make it the biggest property investment magazine in the UK. I think if you're going to do anything, do it to the absolute best of your ability. I'm the kind of person, I wouldn't go to bed at night going, I'm happy being second best. Like, if I'm doing it to go all the way.
And are you on that trajectory?
Oh, 100%, yeah. The awards really took it up another notch, and now it's going, how do we kind of keep scaling from there?
So tell us about the awards, because obviously I was there. It was a fantastic evening.
Yeah, so Roma sponsored it, and for me that was like a huge milestone for the event, having such a I don't mean to kiss up to you on the podcast, but having such a well-known and credible company coming on and sponsoring, to me, just felt that was one of the absolute highlights. I was over the moon for about a week until the next issue came up with the awards, but that's business. And the awards themselves, we set up this awards ceremony, and I was thinking, right, we're going to do an awards ceremony, but I want to do it different. So I don't just want to do another awards in a hotel in London somewhere. And a lot of our readership, like say we're national, I wanted somewhere central that everyone could access, which is why we picked Chester. And then I thought I'd really like to do it in a castle. I want to do it somewhere where the whole experience, from turning up to the venue to walking through the door, everything feels almost magical. Harry Potter Studios in Watford, it's kind of like that vibe where from the entrance to the ending, everything is like magic. And that's what I wanted with the awards. I wanted everyone to get the phones out and just start posting like crazy online. Look at where I am. So we found this castle, Peckforton, and that became the venue. And then I was like, well, we need a USP almost. Like, I don't want to just do best buy to let. Let's do something a bit different. And what does the industry need? And landlords getting hammered in the press, in the media, the root of all evil, according to some people. And I thought, how do we change that? So we did the Ethical Awards, which is rewarding landlords who are doing the right thing, helping people, helping communities, making a positive impact in the UK. And then a lot of those landlords, and myself included, then ended up in local newspapers after the awards, with local newspapers publishing them, go, look at this landlord who's doing incredible things in the community. So it worked exactly the way I wanted it to.
It was a great event as well, and I think it was standing room only.
Yes,
certainly. And I must say thank you very much for the 3-minute warning about me having to do a speech. Luckily, I've always got one prepared in my head, I guess.
Yeah, so. you pulled it off well. You couldn't tell. I thought I'd give you more warning than I did, but yeah, you did a good job.
Well, I didn't enjoy my main course because I had to think about what to do. But no, the event was spectacular, because really there was a lot of people there who have been Roma customers.
Yeah.
A lot of people there who we know through Roma customers. So for us, it was great to see this network that we've helped add some value to, but then them adding value to other people's networks as well, and for you to bring all that together under one roof was fantastic.
Yeah, I think the feedback that I got was that the calibre of people in the room was unbelievable. Like some of the people there and the deals that they're doing, and also just how down to earth and nice and good everyone in that room was. Like, everyone was so easy to get along with. Everyone was smiling. Everyone was having a good time, and that was what was important.
Brilliant. So what's next?
Yeah, quite a lot actually. So I'm in a waiting game at the moment because there's a lot going on, but it's with solicitors and that kind of thing. So in the process of another acquisition currently for another business, second business. That's going through with the solicitors as we speak. We're launching another product. Obviously, Roma are going to be involved in that when that launches. So we're just sorting out the technical side of that because it's going to be a bit techy. So that's in the process at the moment. And what else we've got? We're launching even more products, which is kind of half of another big business acquisition. But with this second acquisition, we're more buying the assets in that business. So again, we're just going through the process of rebranding all that before we're launching it. So I wish I could be less mystic about it all. But when it all launches in a few weeks, we'll be making a song and dance about what's going on.
Well, I think what you've actually done is taught yourself to coming back on in a few months.
Yeah.
You've created another avenue.
Yeah, hopefully so, part two.
No, listen, Blue Bricks is something you should be really proud of, and obviously that subscriber level of people, the standard of people, and the schemes that they're doing from across a whole range of backgrounds, and that was one of the best things that I liked. It was a very diverse awards event, which shows that property is, listen, property is everywhere. Property opportunities are there to be had for the right people.
Yeah.
And what you're looking to do and what we love to be part of is just putting the right people in the right room.
Yeah.
Doesn't always mean more business for us, doesn't always mean more subscribers for you, but it makes a stronger environment for people to operate in.
Absolutely, and I think organically people just want to work together off the back of that.
Yeah. Good. Listen, thanks very much for coming down and
Thank you,
spending some time. And for those of you who haven't subscribed to Blue Bricks, I suggest we do so. I think the link will be below us on the YouTube now.
Well, the next issue is all about the awards and our winners, and that's literally gone to print this week, and Roma's on the front cover of that too as our sponsors.
Lovely. Well, there you heard it first. Thank you. Cheers. Thanks.
Thank you.